So first I would like to say thank you to Mrs. Eltaeb and her team to accept it to visit our bank, and especially for the fact that you accepted to Tirana Bank to become a partner of UNDP, starting from this project. But there's so many things we can do in the future, and we already exchanged ideas for the last half an hour. I couldn't count how many, but there's a lot to be done in terms of partnering with each other and do a lot of things in the CSR field. So thank you very much for everything so far. So we are here today for a very important reason. So Tirana Bank and UNDP have already done this. We have the same understanding for running a simple but so meaningful CSR activity. And this is about environmental protection, about recycling, about climate change. So I'm very pleased to be today here and to launch this partnership with the United Nations Development Program. And this is basically for raising awareness and advocate for a safe environment for a period of 3 months. And this is not by chance that we have been picking up these two topics, which is climate change and recycling. It's focusing on paper recycling, which is so important for us in the bank, but it's also important for many institutions. It's important for the whole business community. I want to underline the reasons why we have chosen those themes for our common campaign. Climate change is a leading environmental, geopolitical, and economic issue of the century, of the 21st century. It is a clear threat posed by climate change. This is an urgent issue. There's a lot being discussed, a lot being communicated about this in all medias, in all talkings we do, and it is growing day by day. Temperature is rising, and if we do not contain this temperature from the rising, nobody will be able to live in this world. Climate change will impact every sector of the society, will impact our life, just as every sector of society has contributed to climate change, for good or bad. In 2015, at the Paris Climate Conference, 196 countries adopted the Paris Agreement, and this is the first ever agreement, legally binding universal agreement that sets out a global action plan for limiting global warming. The agreement is built on submissions of climate pledges from 187 countries, known as the nationally determined contributors, and these countries are now need to transform these NDCs into tangible actions that lead to long-term zero carbon and climate resilient development. Every day we use a variety of products in our households and our workplace to fulfill our basic needs. So we are big consumers. Most of these products and their packaging are wasted and dumped in bins, which end up in landfill sites. Just to give you some key statistics and indicators here. Studies have shown that more than 60% of rubbish that ends up in trash bins can be recycled. Around 16% of the cost of a product is spent on its packaging, which is completely wasted if not disposed of properly. 80% of vehicles can be recycled. Aluminum cans can be recycled entirely and put to use in a short time. Thousands of glass jars and bottles are thrown away every day. Glass can be recycled 100% and reused. So important. Glass products which end up in landfills do not decompose at all. The opposite. 24 trees are cut down to make 1 ton of paper. And unfortunately, we are big consumers of paper still. On the contrary, recycled paper is proved to create 70% less pollution compared to non-recycled material paper production. These figures are shocking and oblige the world to take actions. This is exactly what campaign aims to do. Advocate for concrete individual actions that each and everyone personally and institutionally can take to make a big impact. And I hope each and every one of you will contribute, do the best. And last Friday, we gave our very little and symbolic contribution to this, and I could not close this discussion without thanking you for whatever you have done on Friday, because it's just the start. But the massive participation was so meaningful that actually leaves me with a good impression that we can do a lot more in the future for the environment, for the recycling, for raising awareness in the communities. So there is a lot more we can contribute in the future as a bank, but also as individuals. So thank you so much.